Hi Leo, I hope that everybody's doing well. Before we get into this, I would like to set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. Something we're thinking about. I'm looking at the Hermit coming out immediately. There's a sense of there being some sort of tension, turmoil, inner conflict that you're feeling, maybe something that we're trying to figure out where this is coming from, what's going on. Maybe feeling a sense of needing time for yourself to get in deeper and understand the origin of this. Because I'm seeing that you taking the time to reflect right now is going to make things very, very clear for you. So it seems like something that you're going to easily resolve, but there's a sense of needing to allot time right now to figure out what's going on. So it's just about maybe even setting that time for yourself, setting that time aside for yourself to be figuring this out. There may be something that you want to express or share. I'm looking at the Magician and I'm looking at the Star here. Maybe there's something that you've been wanting to do that you haven't done yet. Because I'm kind of getting it like this. You may feel a sense of tension and you don't know exactly where it's coming from. But it's almost like there's something that you want to be doing or some type of dream you have that your soul is urging you to pursue right now. And there's a sense of, once you're getting an understanding of exactly what this is and going about pursuing this, there's a sense of ease that's going to come. The Five of Wands feels like a message to me, an internal message that we're experiencing right now, Leo. And it feels like there's a sense of like you desiring something and a sense of wanting to make that happen, whatever this is. So I'm looking at Virgo, Aquarius, Mercury here. And now I'm looking at Taurus. I'm seeing that for sure on the spiritual front, I'm seeing that you're making progress. Like, I'm seeing there be something going on where it's like spirit, your guides, your team leading you through something. I'm seeing that you're definitely making a dent in whatever it is that you're working on. I'm hearing something about mission right now, your mission. And maybe getting more comfortable using your throat chakra to... Maybe there was a point in time where you were shying away from bringing things to light. And there's a sense of getting more comfortable, maybe even understanding that what you have to say is important and actually valuing your words. I'm also hearing your truth, Leo. So there's a sense of like really coming into your own here when it comes to how you're expressing yourself. Maybe there was also something that you were doing before where you weren't feeling you weren't feeling valued for what it was that you were doing, but I'm getting that this was kind of something maybe set up deeply within you in a way. It's like you were doing something and maybe naturally you wanted to feel you were being compensated for something you were doing, but you recognize that you actually had to take action in order to do that. It's like you needed to change your asking price, or you needed to not do something anymore, or not offer something anymore. It's like something that didn't feel right to you. And it's like making sure that whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you're offering, that you feel like you're being compensated for this. Like maybe this was also affecting you in a way where you could have been feeling more burnt out. It's like maybe spreading yourself thin a bit, but I'm seeing that you're moving away from this. It's like because you're definitely gaining a sense of confidence, especially having certain dialogues or maybe even just communicating things that need to be communicated. There's a sense of exploring expectations is what I'm hearing. You could be meeting someone that you feel you get on with really well. There's a sense of wanting to understand what the purpose of this connection is too. It's like I really relate to this person, what's going on here. Maybe you're also understanding that like you want to maybe take action in a certain way with this person. It's like I'm getting something coming to light about a relationship that you have with someone. It's like you meet somebody and like the relationship stands out to you or sticks out in some sort of way, and there's a sense of trying to like analyze what exactly is going on here, because I'm seeing you like you recognize that the relationship is significant. It's like you, whatever you have with this person, this can always be you with yourself, but for a lot of you I'm seeing that this is someone outside of yourself, and I'm getting this is somebody that you met and it's somewhat new, and there's a sense of trying to figure out the purpose of what this is, because you're recognizing that it feels significant, but there's also a sense of tension that you're feeling because of this at the same time. Maybe you're trying to figure out where that's coming from too, because there's a sense of like wanting to understand more, wanting to know more. I'm hearing the word evaluate, wanting to evaluate what this is, this relationship. Feels also like something's bubbling to the surface. Maybe something that had been more latent before. Ooh, a karmic test. What is this about? It's about expressing yourself. What's under here? Yeah, there's something going on with the way that you feel. It's like I'm seeing this be linked to the Magician here. It's like there's something that you want to get off your chest maybe. Remember, energies can always be reversed. This can be your person. I'm seeing that Spirit is giving you hints as to what it is that's going on here, and maybe you feel like you can only analyze so much and that you're also really relying on your guides to be giving you information right now. What I'm getting is this: if you don't heed the messages that Spirit and your guides are giving you, you may be setting yourself up for a certain type of disappointment. So there's a sense of, rather than being stuck, and all of us get in this space, not just you, Leo. We all have Leo somewhere in our charts. Rather than just getting stuck in this space of being like, I wish for it to be like that. This is about taking in the whole reality of the situation of what's going on and picking up on everything without judgment. So you're actually painting out an accurate portrait of what is going on here in the connection with this person. Because there's a sense here of uncovering feelings and maybe why it is that you're feeling the way you're feeling. And understanding, too, what it is that has manifested for you and what this all means. Because I'm seeing there also be maybe even a sense of caution. I'm kind of seeing like there's some type of energetic barrier between you and this person, at least right now. But it's something that you're going to be figuring out, because I'm getting you get a download that gives you a type of clarity you'd been looking for, and it helps you understand what it was that you were feeling, maybe what it was that you were picking up on as well. I'm seeing a lot of balancing that we're doing too. It's like you want to have a conversation, but there's a sense of going back and forth between how you want to do this, if you want to do this. Maybe there's a sense of like wanting to say something and then being like, no, I shouldn't. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. But there's a sense of like wanting to take a break from the dance right now and focus on yourself, because I'm seeing that's what's going to help you. Which is interesting, because it's like I'm seeing you be involved with a person, but there's this sense of also needing to focus on yourself right now too. And maybe that's why you feel hesitant to have a dialogue with someone as well. Maybe there's too a sense of being deliberate with what you're investing in energetically. Yeah, I'm seeing this be like you definitely have a connection with someone, but there may be a sense of like it's like on certain planes you connect with this person, but there's also a sense of maybe even wanting to rush in. Remember, this can always be that other person, but I am seeing this below the sun here. It's like maybe you have a connection with someone, and through one of the lenses that you're looking at, you may want a physical relationship with this person, or like maybe attracted to them or interested in them, but there may be something else going on here. It's like maybe this is just the chakra that like this situation is stuck on right now. Maybe this is also something that you're trying to figure out, because I'm seeing it be like intuitively you're understanding that you have a connection with this person. Okay, like maybe you even have some sort of psychic connection, maybe you guys work in the same field, something like that. But there's a sense of feeling conflicted and that coming to light. This doesn't have to be something that is playing out right now. This can be an impulse that you're having and something that you're feeling conflicted about, because it's like you may want to go about doing something, but you may be holding yourself back from doing that, because I'm seeing like something kind of impulsive that's bubbling to the surface in a way. But there's a sense of also recognizing that this would be impulsive to do too. And maybe you've been trying to manifest something into your life and you're wondering if that's what this is. It's kind of what it feels like. I'm getting that you could have been through a situation that was very similar to what you're experiencing right now. This feels kind of like a deja vu moment that's happening. It's like I'm seeing you reflecting and recognizing that it's almost like you're going about your life and all of a sudden you have this moment and you're like, this feels like a karmic test that I'm going through, or I've been through this before. It's like some sort of situation that's very much repeating itself. And it's like the more you're reflecting, the more you're recognizing that this is something that you've been through before actually, which is very interesting. And I'm kind of seeing this happen in like, I'm hearing a twofold chapter, Leo. Yeah, over falling right on top of the Six of Cups, it landed like this. It's like the world is crossing this situation, and this feels again very much like a repeat of some type of pattern that you've already seen before. There's just a sense of needing to recognize that, Leo. It's like some sort of trend that your guides are like urging you to like remember or pick up on. That's what it feels like. Because as I said before, this is something that you've been through already. I'm seeing that there could have been quite a lesson that you learned. So this would be, it kind of feels like a retest. It's like you went through something and you may have felt like you completed a lesson. And this kind of feels like going through something similar to that to see if you actually learned what it was you needed to learn. Otherwise, the same like ending maybe repeating itself. I'm seeing something like that here. What I'm getting to is that if you are heeding the message, if you are heeding the message that your guides are sending you, like if you do receive that download, if you're open to receiving it, you're not going to have to go through this lesson again. And I'm seeing that you're making progress here, and this feels kind of like an obstacle that's been thrown in your path, but something that you're sorting out right now. The more patient you are with yourself through this process, the easier it's going to be. Because I'm seeing this as a situation that is really going to further you is what I'm getting. And drive you closer to what it is that you want. There's just a sense of needing to call this out, express this, maybe even communicate with yourself about what this is. But I'm seeing that there could be a conversation again that you want to have with someone, and there's a sense of actually going through with that in order to bring you to where it is that you're looking to go. I'm seeing that any type of self-care, meditating, grounding practices you do are also going to help at this time. It's going to help you feel balanced. This is just about believing in yourself, because I'm seeing that there may be times when you want to rush through, or where like being patient feels more difficult, or maybe like what's even the point of being patient right now. Maybe sometimes even a sense of, well, if something is readily available to me, I can just take that instead of waiting for something that is truly going to resonate with me. Like there's a sense of like maybe even getting frustrated with how long something is taking throughout the process, but I'm seeing that patience is playing a really key role in this situation. And it's ultimately going to lead you where it is that you're trying to get to, because I'm seeing there be something just out of reach for you. But there's a sense I'm hearing for real of focusing on yourself right now. I'm getting something about self-worth as well. Maybe this is something that you're addressing too. Yeah, it feels like what you're waiting for is some type of relationship, one that's going to feel fulfilling to you, but there's a sense of this process taking a long, long time. But something is going to be changing, and changing quite rapidly is what I'm getting here, Leo. I'm hearing on the move. There's this sense here as well of knowing that you can have what it is that you seek, because maybe at times you're like, oh, I don't deserve that. But it's like, it's something that you want, and it's something that looks wholesome to me too. So there's a sense of maybe minding the negative self-talk space here. Because maybe at times you recognize that there are things you want to move away from, but you feel a bit intimidated by doing this, or it feels too heavy to walk away from certain things. But I'm seeing something that's been like weighing you down, stressing you out. I'm hearing the word burden. I'm seeing that be connected to the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands can allude to a relationship. I'm seeing that something is going to be ending, something big. It looks like a major relationship to me, Leo. This is also what we're adjusting to and what we're getting ready to leave behind. As I said before, it's like you're in something, but you know that it's so stressful, and you know that it needs to come to an end. It's like, however this thing has unfolded, it's gone in a direction that you recognize is not healthy to be a part of anymore. And I'm seeing like this be the backbone of what it is that we're trying to do. It's like really being patient with finding what it is that you're looking for. But this also means as well that there are things that are going to need to be left behind. There are cycles that are going to need to be shed. This is going through and checking and being like, is what I'm participating in or what I'm committed to, do I actually want to be committed to this? Do I need to make a change for myself? Am I willing to leave behind something that may feel comfortable, but something that isn't fulfilling and satisfying to me? And making that choice, because there's a sense of like knowing something needs to end, but feeling stressed out about like even making that decision in the first place. But it also feels stressful to stay in this situation and the dynamic with this person. Remember, this can always be something going on with you and yourself here as well. And maybe this is a reflection of something going on internally too, that is also being mirrored externally. I'm seeing that you're being guided through a really big transformation right now, but it's about allowing yourself to go through this metamorphosis and letting go of something that you feel maybe even a sense of codependency to, or maybe you feel I'm looking at the devil here. It's like feeling really attached to something, but it's not in a way that feels conscious. It feels more primal. And maybe this is also something that we're experiencing too, something that we're recognizing. Because when the devil is involved, it's about a distorted attempt to reach the light through the senses. And that's very much what this feels like. and maybe in connection with a person, and maybe something that we've been dabbling within, but something that you're recognizing doesn't have like the consciousness that you want it to. Like, it may satisfy needs on lower chakras, but you're recognizing that it's not tied into your upper chakras. So yeah, I'm seeing that the decision to end something that has been carrying on for quite some time, and something that you definitely have a lot of energetic ties to. I'm seeing that once you cut those ties, that you're going to be going through a very big change. So to go over the zodiacs, I'm looking at Virgo, Aquarius, Mercury, Taurus, Gemini, the Sun, Cancer, the Moon, Saturn, and Sagittarius. And I'm looking at Scorpio on the bottom of the deck. Alright, my friends, we are going to end the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.